Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Lopez has joined us here at Casino Guitars.
I'm here.
Hey, Carlos.
Hey.
How you doing?
Great.
Thank you for bringing your wife.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having my wife.
No more comments on that. So this is our first segment with Carlos. We got a few coming out. This is the art of the baritone. So I'm just going to dive right in. Carlos Lopez, who are you first?
The art of the baritone.
The art of the baritone, man, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like, so why a baritone?
I mean, it's a funny thing, man. It's just, I asked myself, why am I doing this? You know, why did I leave Fender to make baritones? It's such a stupid idea. But
we had the same conversation for a few months, I think. I was sitting on the carpeted floor like, I don't know, man. Anyway.
But I love baritones. There's something about it. I feel that the way that artists are gravitating towards different, sonic, sounds, and just the way like Ariel Posen and Mark Lettieri, I always talk about those guys that they've really influenced me, especially Mark Lettieri on the Baritone Session album and the way that he uses it, and especially Ariel, he's somebody that's influenced me because it's not the way that it's traditionally used.
He is so good at guitar, it's somewhat frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's extremely attractive, and he just frustrates me every time I see him play.
Be jealous, man.
I'm very jealous of Ariel Posen.
Yeah.
No, it's like that's what you just said there. That playing it differently, because then when I had no interest in baritones when we were first talking, I realized like I don't know, and then I got your first baritone. I played other baritones, but it spoke to me in a way that's different. You and I both pick up a lot of instruments daily. Some just don't have a voice.
Yeah.
And I feel like yours, I mean, you just built me one, and I think it's one of the greatest instruments I've seen. Well, your wife made the pickups for it as well, the P90s. Gorgeous. But it's different. I play differently. I phrase differently. I think differently. I don't play as a shredder, but because I'm not a shredder, I'm not that fast. But it opens up a different eye for me in a weird way. How do you think of that as a builder, though?
Like, to be honest, I don't think about it. It's more of it's an obsession. Big time. All of the years of learning and growing and trying to figure out where I fit in this thing, and then really coming to the conclusion. I really don't care where I fit in. I'm just going to do what I want to do.
That's perfect.
And so that's where I guess and I've always had that type of mentality where it's all right, for an example, I don't like trends. When things are popular, I try to shy away from it. I try not to be influenced by other people. I kind of want to just start like a blank canvas and be different intentionally. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like the baritones, the way that they've inspired me by the artists that we were talking about is just this weird artist-builder relationship where we kind of feed off of each other's ideas and energy, and we that's how we create new things, and in this, even though the baritone's been around for a long time and has been used differently, but mainly as a filler instrument. But I think my goal is I want it to be more of a lead instrument. I want people to discover, tonally or, sonically what the possibilities of the baritone.
You saying that as your relationship with the artist developing it, like we sell guitars, obviously, here at Casino Guitars, and I've had this whole new relationship with folks that didn't know they wanted a baritone, that have bought your guitars already. And it's opened up what they do and their thought process of it. And they might not be an Ariel Posen. Yeah. I call him Ariel. You call him, what do you call him?
Ariel.
Ariel?
Yeah.
Was that how you're supposed to say it?
I hope so.
I was saying Vincent Van Trite. Oops. Let me grab that thing. There you go. Coming up. It's just a microphone, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. We don't edit here. I was calling Vincent Van Treat, like Vincent Van Trite.
Yeah.
For like the first, 4 years that I knew him. So like I've always called Ariel. It doesn't matter what we call him. Who cares? But he just is. Like I met him the first time at one of the NAMM shows, And we just kind of hit it off. And I was like, man, I want to have you at the shop. He's like, I'd love to do that. Then like COVID and everything happened. And then I was like, I don't want my wife to meet him either. It's just frustrating. And he's Canadian too, so they're kind of better than us in some ways. It's frustrating. They're so nice.
They are very nice. He's a nice guy. I had the pleasure of, he did the video for us, and we hung out with them for a bit. Man, he's such a great guy. I can't say anything bad about him. Man.
No, I can't either. I want to find some dirt on him. So if anybody out there knows any dirt on Ariel, whatever his name is, just let us know. But no, because I watched his baritone playing. Yeah, it's maybe a little better than mine, whatever. But mine's special in its own way. That's what Mommy always told me. No, it did. I love playing it. Like I was actually working out 2 nights ago. I was working out an arrangement of Cancer by My Chemical Romance on one of your guitars.
Really?
And I was having some fun with it.
I want to hear that.
I'm still working. It's a work in progress. Maybe I'll have it done before you.
I guess.
But it just opens up a phraseology. Is that a word?
It is now.
A phraseology that I just don't go to. And when you get those low notes, I even drop mine down the low note. I'll drop it down another whole step. So I'm playing like an artificial drop D tuning. And it just vibrates my guts.
Yeah, I think that's the key word right there. Just the frequencies that it pulls out. It's not something that's been, and this is kind of where does it fit in a band context, and how can you make it fit in a band context, and it's I guess traditionally the way that I guess the frequencies of the whole band. Like, where would it sit in? Would it be, would it muddy up everything? But at the same time, you got to think about where do you want to fit it in? You know what I mean? Or can you create something around it? You know what I mean? I think
that's what interests me more in a weird way. It's almost like not using it as a part that inserts within a traditional band, but almost like that's the core of my band. Yeah. And then you build like bass and drums or keys or whatever, or like a sampler around it.
Yeah. And they have, and that's why it's, you see guys like Ariel Posen and Mark Lettieri, they've done it. And even like Phoebe Bridgers, she plays that down electro, baritone.
The birth of the baritones.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, and just, it brings songs. There's songs in it, you know what I mean? And especially in, I guess what my hope is with my guitars, that there's songs in it that people want to pull it out, you know what I mean? And that's awesome. What kind of motivates me, because I'm kind of a shitty player, but when I see people playing my guitars and that are just great players, it's a thing. It's like
it does have to be a thing, right?
It's like spiritual.
That's why I've heard that from the other builders that I know that are of that sort of tier. I'm trying to say which ones are better than you. I'm trying to think, but I'm not.
All of them are better than me.
No, but the guys that live in your little small sort of like weird world up there, it's like I've heard that. That's the thing, is like when these great players get the great builders. There's a lot of sort of fancy builders that I don't know if they feel that.
Yeah.
They just build the guitars, but it's there's some that really it connects with them as an artist.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part. You know what I mean? Because I could just go into full production mode and have my guitars, pumped out, and they'll just be another guitar. And it's a weird thing when you play so many instruments. Like, you're familiar with the ones that are high production guitars.
Yes. And
the difference between my guitars is, when you play one of my guitars, that it has something, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be, pump myself up or anything like that, but
you don't have to. I'll give you that.
There's a vibe to my guitars.
I've played, I think, some of the best guitars in the world. Like, from all the best builders, boutique to the majors, and everybody at the shop knows that I'm obsessed with your guitars. Not you as a person, because I could care less about that. But
you damn liar! That's not what you said last time.
Last night. Stop dropping the microphones. They're really expensive.
I'm sorry.
Just hold it like a baby. We'll plug it into the next video.
I'm gonna put it in my front pocket.
There you go.
It's all part of the fun. And don't worry, we're not going to edit it out. That's what makes it happier. No, I do. I love your guitars. It pisses me off because we get a lot of great guitars in, like, every day, and a lot of great guitars go out, and then I'm excited to see what's next. We'll talk about that in another video, but I love what you've done with the baritone. It's
Thank
brought me something that I didn't think I would ever
Oh, thanks,
be interested in
man.
baritone, man.
Well, I've peaked.
You have
This is
peaked. That's the end.
This is my accomplishment right here, man.
It's like this is like Woody Harrelson in Zombieland. That's it, right? Nope, because the Hunger Games came next, and it was all thumbs up after that too. But no, it's great. Thanks for coming in and talking with us.
Oh man, thanks for having
Talking
us.
with everyone out there
Thank you
in the,
for listening.
the internet world. We'll have more with Carlos throughout the year. Thanks for joining. Click subscribe, like, thank you, pledge money, whatever you do on the little internets. I don't know, but thanks for watching us.
Man, you're such a pro.